We are often taught to measure our personal progress by what we produce. Society's standard for growth centers on constant, highly visible output, a relentless push for outward results that everyone can see. But prioritizing non-stop expansion carries a specific cost. If you focus only on outward momentum, you eventually hit the wall of burnout. Conversely, retreating into total isolation to avoid that stress results in stagnation. To find a more sustainable way to grow, we have to look past these human systems and examine the physical architecture of the universe itself. This diagram shows the foundational mechanics of the cosmos. The universe sustains itself using two entirely opposite, simultaneous forces: an explosive, expanding outward engine and a silent, compressing inward engine. Mastering our own growth requires us to move in sync with this universal framework, balancing the energy of connection with the necessity of protection. On a macro scale, the universe functions entirely on expansive, outward connection, vast networks of energy and light constantly reaching across the void. This side-by-side visualization compares a human neural network with the universe's galaxy clusters. Despite the scale, the node and filament layouts are identical. When you share a breakthrough connection, you fire actual kinetic energy through these physical pathways. Generating this measurable physical energy through the simple act of connection creates a starting point, a moment where a single shared thought begins to build a new structure of ideas. Because we are composed of the same elemental stardust found in the cosmic web, our biological systems follow the same radial logic. We don't just store energy, we are built to transmit it. Every kind thought you share or breakthrough idea you voice is an active physical expansion of the mental universe you inhabit. But the cosmos is only half the equation. To find the contrasting inward engine, we must look to the deepest, most isolated environments on Earth. Deep-sea coral reefs serve as a critical biological engine of planetary protection and internal sustainability. This cross-section shows kinetic wave energy slamming into the deep reef, dissipating into harmless ripples before reaching the shoreline. Simultaneously, these dark sanctuaries perform a vital secondary task, silently producing a massive percentage of the planet's oxygen without visible sunlight. The planet's most powerful life-saving mechanisms operate in total silence, darkness, and isolation. This suggests that our most critical work, the work of sustaining our own life and peace, happens deep within, far from the eyes of others. Universal balance is achieved only when these two engines, the cosmic expansion of the macro and the deep-sea protection of the micro, operate at the same time. We must cultivate our outward energy, using that spark of connection to create, inspire, and build worlds with the people around us. But we must also build a quiet internal sanctuary to absorb life's shocks and guard our personal peace. Relying on only one of these engines creates a biological imbalance. Outward fire without an internal sanctuary leads to burnout, while the water of peace without the fire of connection leads to stagnation. Aligning our habits with these two universal forces allows us to move in sync with the physics of growth, rather than fighting against them. Ultimately, our impact is defined by this symmetry. The strength of the connections we build with the world is supported by the sacred, quiet peace we relentlessly protect within ourselves.